In this video, I played my second 5-0 singles match, the same day I played my first 5-0 singles match because somehow I thought that would be a good idea. My first match was an over 2-hour long 3-set marathon, and now because my team doesn't have enough players for the second match, I'm pushing myself to play a second match the same day. Do I survive two 5-0 singles matches in one day, or do I crash and burn? Let's find out in this video. So I've made some pretty bad decisions in my life, and one of them is to play two 5-0 singles matches in one day. So if you guys haven't seen a previous video, I played my first 5-0 singles USTA match recently, and I think it went pretty well actually. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out right here. And like I mentioned in that last video, in that same day, I played two 5-0 singles matches in one day. And in fact, I played 3 matches within the span of 24 hours. So this video is going to be focused on the second 5-0 singles match, as well as a doubles match I had the very next day. And let's just say my body was pushed to its very limits in these 2 matches. Because of poor scheduling, we were forced to play 2 matches in one day, and we were short on people, so me being a little bit stupid, I told my captain to put me in for both the singles matches, and he did. The first match already took a lot out of me physically. It went to 3 sets. I'm not going to spoil the result, you guys are going to have to watch it yourselves. And that was a pretty long match, 2+ hours in some pretty hot conditions, and we're playing this match about 2 to 3 hours after that match finished, so I've had some time to relax, hydrate, get some rest in. And as I started playing the match, I noticed that my legs were not moving the way I want them to. However, I felt like my ground strokes and my swings were a lot better than the previous match. I was a lot more relaxed. I didn't feel like I had to win this match. I didn't feel a lot of pressure. I already played an entire 5-0 match. I got all the nerves out of me. I think I was having a lot of fun. I was really finding my game in this match. But then something happened, and you guys are gonna have to watch for yourselves. But anyways, this is gonna be my second 5-0 singles match. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, oh, it's so sunny right now. Welcome to the next match for 5-0. So if you guys haven't seen the previous video, my first 5-0 match, it was a close one, it was a tough one. But right now I'm going to my second match. 2 5-0 matches in one day, and I'm scheduled to play singles because... Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but my camera just didn't pick the rest of the audio up. There's actually just 10 more minutes of me straight up talking, and I have no idea what I said. I have no idea what I could have been saying for 10 minutes, but knowing me, I was just probably complaining about something in the previous match. Anyways, between the 2 matches, I grabbed lunch, got some boba because my body craved both caffeine and sugar, and I tried to relax and recover as much as possible at a friend's place. I was excited to play more tennis, and I was definitely looking forward to playing this match, except my body is absolutely cooked right now. So let's just see how this one goes, and I'll see you guys on court. Alright, so right from the get-go, I knew I was in some trouble. So this is Rahul. He is another computer-rated 5-0 player. He's about a high 8 in singles UTR. He's another classic 5-0 player who played college tennis a while back. I'm not sure how far back, but he is very, very solid. He doesn't have any big weapons that I could pick out right away, but he also doesn't have any weaknesses that I am good enough to expose. But most importantly, he was just very fast and consistent, which was not exactly the type of player you would want to play after already playing a full 3-set match earlier in the day. But right now, I'm actually feeling pretty decent about my tennis. Obviously, maybe moving a bit slower and being a bit lazier with my footwork. But my ground strokes felt a lot cleaner, and I was a lot more comfortable on court in this match. So this was most likely because I am pretty warm already, given that I've played for about 2.5 hours already. But also because I was just a lot more relaxed, and this was very important because I wasn't nearly as nervous as I was in the previous match. I didn't have any high expectations for this match. I was out here just trying to have fun, trying to play some good tennis, and because of that, I felt a lot more comfortable. So let's just see how this one goes. And I think during this game is where things kind of fell apart for me. So I was up 40-15 on my service game, and getting broken at that point did not really feel good. I think I checked out a little bit. My forehand returns just all went to the net, and that forehand return is definitely a weak spot of mine, something I do need to work on. So for those of you guys watching, if you guys ever play me, just serve it to my forehand. Yeah, definitely don't serve it to my backhand. But yeah, anyways, I did miss 3 forehands in a row into the net, but I'm trying to lock back in right now. It's a changeover, and I'm gonna try to get this game right here. So I think this is where the fatigue starts to play a factor in my decisions. Just making bad choices, not trying to rally with him, trying to finish the point early, or trying to go for shots that I shouldn't be going for. I'm kind of at a decision point where should I play more aggressive and miss a bit more, or should I try to play the game that I'm good at playing at, which is consistent tennis, but not super aggressive, and play very long points, which I might not be able to last the full match playing like that. So right now I'm trying to decide between the two, and I'm making a lot of unforced errors trying to go with the former. So right now we are down quite a few games, down 2 breaks, and we're just gonna have to try to figure things out. Alright, so we hit a pretty good winner here. Definitely was not a shank or anything, and I think I'm starting to find my game at this point. I'm ready for a comeback. Okay, never mind. That serve is just too good. So right here, you can see Rahul pause and ask me if I'm okay. That's because when I stretched my leg out to return, my right calf started to cramp a bit. So it wasn't bad. It didn't completely seize up, but for a moment I felt the muscle tighten and I got a bit worried. So anyways, Rahul was super chill. He's a super nice guy. This is him giving me a band-aid for my blisters. But we took a mini break at this point. It took about 5 minutes to sit, relax, and gave me a chance to rehydrate so I could finish this match, because I didn't want to default the match. I didn't want to quit, and I also felt bad, not just for my captain, but for my opponent, because he came here expecting to play a full match and I didn't want to quit on him early. So just to get some electrolytes and salt in my body, I took a bunch of Noon tablets that one of my friends gave me. If you guys don't know what Noon is, it's not a sponsor by the way, but it's one of those electrolyte tablets that you use to dissolve in your drink. My dumbass just popped one straight into my mouth and I just ate it whole. So Noon is a effervescent, so essentially it just makes your drinks fizzy, and it was a pretty unpleasant experience. And yeah, pretty irrelevant to the match, just felt like I wanted to share that, and let's get back on topic. Enough of a break. I'm down 1-4, but I do feel like I can make a comeback here. I feel like I'm not playing that bad. Maybe my legs are a bit slower, being a tiny bit lazy at times, but I do think I'm playing well enough to make a comeback. So let's get started, 1 game at a time. This was just an example of really good sportsmanship. I think 99% of players would have just called it out. He wasn't 100% sure about the call, and on my end, I couldn't tell from the other side. I was too far away. So I just told him to go with his gut, and I trust his call. Whatever he says, I'll be okay with. So he, being a very nice guy, didn't feel good about taking the point. So we replayed the point, so I have another chance here, but I decided to double fault, so... Later towards this game, I forgot how to serve at this point. My shoulder definitely feeling a bit sore. So once again, down a break. And can I save it this time? So yeah, unfortunately, my body could not handle this much tennis. To be honest, I wasn't on court for that long. I think at this point, I've been on court for about 3.5 hours total this day. And even though that is a long time, I've played tennis for longer periods of time in one day without even coming close to cramping. I think maybe it was because of the heated conditions, and also the nerves were a really big factor in why my body was cramping. Even in the first match, and I thought maybe the 2 to 3 hours between would have given me some time, but I cramped in both my calves. And towards the very end, after hitting that backhand winner, I think I stretched a little bit too far, and my leg completely seized up. I was down for the count for about like a couple minutes. Rahul came over to help me out, and I think that was that. So after the match, I couldn't really walk. It wasn't anything too serious. It's just that my calves hurt a lot and I was pretty much limping for the rest of the day. So I had to default this match, unfortunately. And I told myself coming into this match that there was no way I was going to retire this match unless I got, I had the cramp. I wasn't going to default if I felt tired. I wasn't going to default if I felt like I was going to lose really bad. I just really wanted to finish this match. But we played 5 pretty long games, and that was it for me. So physically, maybe I need to do some work on my conditioning, and definitely I do need to work on my mental game a little bit. I think the nerves for sure got the best of me this very day, but honestly, I don't regret anything at all. Luckily, it wasn't anything too serious. The next morning, my legs felt a little bit better, and I'll get to that in a bit. And it's been like 2 weeks already, so no lasting pain. But I'll be a little bit more careful next time. I'll try not to play 2 5-0 singles matches in one day. But like I mentioned earlier, I played 3 matches in the span of 24 hours. So I guess 2.5 if you even count the previous one. So we already talked about the first 2 matches. So I had a doubles match the next day. So even though it is doubles, I'm not going to be running around as much. It was a bit tough on me, so I'm going to just put in some clips and highlights of me playing doubles the very next day. But this is my 3rd match in the span of 24 hours, and hope you guys enjoy the highlights. Honestly, that one wasn't that bad. It was a pretty fast match. I couldn't move my feet that well. I was just being very lazy on the court, but luckily I had a very good partner to help me out there and back me up. This was my very, very busy weekend. I played 2 5-0 matches, lost them both, but it was fun, and I think I learned a lot through this experience. I did win my doubles match though, even though that wasn't really an official USTA match, but at least I didn't take 3 L's this weekend. If there is any lesson to take away from this entire experience, it's don't be a dumbass and just play 1 match a day. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. I'll see you guys next time.